Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be transforming my childhood toy chest into a bench seat for our guest room. This thing was my aunt's toy chest and then it was mine, and I tried to redo it like maybe 10 years ago, and I did a crummy job. Like, the finish on it is terrible. And it never really was what I wanted, and it's got a lot of these trim pieces that just make it feel very much a childhood toy chest. So I want to keep the bench seating, but I want to put new legs on it and add new trim to it. So I'm gonna start by taking off this existing trim and the top, and we'll work from there. Okay, so first things first is I'm gonna be removing the top, and then we'll reupholster that later, but I think it'll be easier to work on without this top on here. So it's just got these piano, I don't know if y'all can see those really well, piano bar hinges. So I'm just gonna take those out. Which way? Right, Patty? This is loosened, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So we're gonna be using these again, so I wanna hold on to these. Right, so you can take this lid off. So this should come right off. Will you put that? Oh, there's some hinges in the front that I've got to take off that I forgot about. So let me do that really quickly.
On that bottom, yeah.
Calling reinforcements. Okay, so the top's removed. We'll work on this later. So the next step is I want to work on taking off the bottom skirt and the trim pieces on the side. And to do that, I'm going to have to use a hammer and a crowbar. So this could get loud. I feel like I can get in there, like it's too wide. I'm gonna have to repair some of this anyway, so just trying to chip away at the veneer where I know it's gonna flip up anyway, to try and fix it later. Skirt on this piece was extremely difficult to remove. They had used wood glue and nails, which is uncommon. Most of the time you see these types of things applied with screws instead, which makes it a lot easier to remove. I had to do a lot of repair work, and honestly, after removing all of this, it kind of beat the piece up quite a bit, and I had to adjust my plan. So originally I wanted to add additional trim and paint this piece, but I opted to change it out to go full on upholstery. So we pivoted based on how difficult this stuff was to remove. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and sand this down a little bit and get it ready to upholster. So I gotta go get my sandpaper. I have a couple of different sandpaper grits. I got 80 to start with, and then I have 120. This doesn't have to be a perfectly fine like job, it's okay if it's a little rough because we're gonna be covering it with batting and fabric. So I'm gonna start with the 80, then go to 120 and see if I need 220. All right, y'all, that's as good as it's gonna get. So, I don't think we should have any issues with seeing this, but I'm gonna test a little bit of it tomorrow and see if you can see. I might double up the batting on the front just to ensure that you can't see it. Okay, y'all, I need to remove this old fabric off of the top. I'm gonna do that with a pair of needle nose pliers and a flat screwdriver. I'm gonna try to salvage the foam, but hopefully I didn't do too good of a job with this, with the fabric, or with the staples, so that I can actually remove these, and this hopefully will go easy enough. I ended up sanding, adding some filler and sanding the front of the base of this. It needed it. I was worried that the batting would not hide the gap that it was there. So I just wanted to take the time to do that. So I've sanded that, removed the old hardware completely. Like I said, we kind of adjusted the plan of how we were going to finish this piece. So I'm going to remove this and then kind of want to get this prepped to do the upholstering. We're not going to do anything fancy, just utilizing some staples and some polyfill batting, quilting batting. I'll link what I got. I got it from Hobby Lobby. I was able to get that material, all of my materials 40% off, which was a great deal. At Hobby Lobby, I don't know if y'all know this, but they run sales regularly, and if the item that you're going there for is not on sale the week that you go, just wait a week and you can more than likely get it on sale. So just a little food for thought. You know, they typically alternate every 2 weeks what they put on clearance, not clearance, but on sale, on promotion. So like I said, you might be able to get it for a better deal if you just wait, if you have time to wait on your project, or if you can catch it on sale. Like, that's always ideal. Okay, so now that I've removed the staples from everything, we are gonna start the process of upholstery. So I got this beautiful green fabric. It's just like a nice chenille woven. And then I got some batting. Like I said, I will, I'll link everything that I can below for you guys. So I'm gonna be using I'm gonna do the base of it first, and then hopefully have enough fabric to work on the top after that. So I'm gonna start with the batting, wrap it, see what I have extra. I shouldn't need any additional batting for the top since I've got the foam. So I'm gonna go grab my stapler and grab the piece, and we'll start working. So I just roughly measured everything, and I should be able to double up my batting. This is all going to be based on how big your piece is that you're reupholstering and how much yardage, but I got 3.5 yards, and I'm going to start on the back and leave a little excess to go around, but I'm going to start at the back, go around the top, Okay, so my material is wide enough that I can double it up, and I am going to find roughly the center point of this, and I'm just gonna make sure that my material is aligned. Like I said, we're just gonna be stapling into the box itself, and then I'll have a seam on the back so that it's less conspicuous, but I'm gonna overlap it about a 1/2 inch, and I am just going to use my electric stapler, and I'm going to staple that in. If you have an electric stapler, it will go so much easier than if you're doing it with a hand stapler. However, you can, like, there's nothing stating that you're not able to. So, and I'm just going to go around the top, trying to keep the batting pretty even, and stapling in there. I'm going to try to keep it as straight as possible. We'll be able to take some of the wrinkles out, but it's better to get this first layer really nice and crisp if possible. All right, so as we go across the back, we are going to cut off any excess that we have. Okay, and I am just going to cut off, I want to leave about a 2-inch fold over, so just going to cut this excess off. And that is not straight at all, but it's okay, I can straighten it up. Oh yeah, that's like super crooked. As you can see, I got it super crooked, so I'm just gonna straighten that up. As best I can. It's not gonna be perfect unless you have a rotary cutter, which if you do, good job, and you want to measure everything out, like, go for it. And we're just gonna staple it. We're gonna fold over the excess, and we are going to staple it down to secure it. Okay. So again, just pulling it taut, putting those in. All right. So we're going to fold that over and do basically the exact same thing on the bottom. I am going to put a couple of staples in here and there where I think it needs it. I'm a firm believer you can never have too many staples. Okay, so I'm gonna do the exact same process. I'm gonna need the majority of this fabric, but I'm going to turn it under. I'm gonna try to align it about where I had this other, and then staple it just past where the batting is. And hopefully that'll keep everything from fraying. So here I'm just folding this under. We're going to pull it ultra taut, and I'm going to staple it once to hold it in a vertical position. So pull it down super taut and hold it there. And then because I won't have a bottom on this, I don't have a skirting material, I'm actually going to fold this up under and staple across there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut some of this fabric off, I think. So let me take that out. Okay, the top is gonna be practically the exact same process, only we are going to be using foam instead of batting, and we don't have to wrap and do it on both sides. So I'm going to align my foam. This foam was still in good condition, so I'm gonna use it and save myself a little moolah. I don't want that much yardage over. So I'm gonna actually slide it and then lift this. And again, you want enough fabric to be able to wrap it. So like, that's probably not enough. So enough that way, enough that way. I just wanna make sure that I've got enough every which way to go. We're gonna go right in here. I don't want a ton of excess on the top because I don't want it to fray. This will see a lot of wear and tear. But I have all this extra fabric that I can do something with later if I want to make pillows or whatever. So yeah, same process. Gonna flip it up, staple it, fold it under, staple it, and make sure that I've got a nice edge. So. Okay, so we've got our base here. I'm gonna put some legs on it, but I just wanna test this and see how it looks. So this is what, not really fitting. Great. Ruh-roh. So I think that's pretty good, all things considered. Okay, the next step on this bad mama jamma is to install the feet. Now I got these off of Amazon, I'll link them below. My bottom of this is only 1/4 inch thick, so we are going to be using the screws that were provided as well as some washers so that we don't end up going through the bottom and ruining it like I did the staples. So I'm gonna place these in about 1/2 inch, 1/4 to 1/2 inch each side, and then we'll add the hardware to make it move, like to make the top go up and down. I'm gonna have Ian help me really quickly. So yeah, we're gonna work on these and get this all taken care of. Okay, next up is adding the hinge. This is the back. I can feel that it's the back. we're gonna pre-drill the holes. You know, I need you to hold this though. So we came in right at 5 inches. So we'll do the same on the other side. These were originally brass. I wish I wouldn't have painted them the first go around, but you know, it is what it is. So 5 inches is right about there. Now that the hardware is on, let's look at some before and afters of how we took this bench from shabby to chic. Alright guys, that's our finished project. I think all things considered, she turned out pretty nice. Like, I like the material, it goes well in here. I had to make some adjustments to the plan, as you guys know. Sometimes DIYs happen like that. You have a plan in mind, and then when you get down to it, you're like, oh, that's not really gonna work. I think all things considered, it turned out really well. Is it perfect? No, by no means is it perfect, but that's okay, it's a DIY. You know, I think all in all, it turned out really nice. So, a couple of things. One, if you're watching this and you are in North Carolina and you want to hit up the 21 yard sale, it's happening now today when you guys are seeing this. So if you want to go check it out, it's Highway 21. It runs from Virginia all the way down to the end of North Carolina, close to the South Carolina border. I'll be there with my family. So if you're seeing this and you want to go look for your own treasures, check it out. It's a 3-day event, so you still have Saturday and Sunday, depending on what time of day you see this. So anyways, I hope you liked today's video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!